Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. Today we are here on a very pleasant sunny Sunday at the end of May, and we're here for the Driven 24/7 social, and as you can see behind me, plenty of cars are here. We're at a different venue to the usual one for Driven 24/7. Usually it's held at Revo's Hub, but today we're at the Clearway near Salisbury. Let's go and see what's here. So as you can see, this particular location for this social is actually a used car dealership. We've got quite a few cars on sale: Nissan Note, Jags, BMWs, Peugeot, a Mondeo there, Dacia Sandero Stepway, which naturally I'm a bit biased towards, I do like them very much, a Mini. But the cars that have actually come here for the social today include this Ford Mondeo. It's been modified quite a little bit. It's on about 115,000 miles or so now. As you can see, it's got a lovely colour scheme going on. Black and gold with white below. Owned by Tom's dad, Tom being the guy who let me review his Abarth 500 last year before. It was quite a long time ago now. He is also here a bit further up. We'll have a look at his car in a moment. Yeah, running about 450 Newton meters of torque. It's pretty powerful. Diesel, 2 litre. Shares the same engine with quite a few Peugeot models actually. It's a nice car, I do quite like it, and the space in the boot on this is absolutely massive. Not quite a regular attender of the Driven 24/7 social, shall we say. Her mum's Abarth 595, obviously 595C, Competizione as well, matte black detailing bits on it, door handles, carbon fibre on the steering wheel. I imagine quite a luxurious and fun car to drive. Next to it, of course, I thought I'd bring down the Panda today. It's not really been to many shows as of late. Probably the dirtiest car here, but it's a daily drive. It is going to get dirty. In fact, actually, not the only Panda 100 HP on site today, because there is another one hiding around the corner, which is quite funny. Maybe I should have brought the Mini up for a bit of individuality instead, but given it's parked up next to Gina's 500, I don't think it looks out of place. Next to the Panda, Joseph's newest purchase and latest toy, Volvo 460 1.7 GLE. Handles like a listing ship, in his words, not mine, so I haven't driven it yet. Injection, lovely thing. He has said he's going to sort the wheels out on this. I think I might actually have said that previously at other shows, but it depends when the videos go out, because some videos take longer to edit than others. Yeah, a lovely little car. Same car as the 440, only it's got a saloon type boot, whereas the 440 was a hatchback. It's a lovely car. I might get him to try and talk about that in a bit more detail later on. Next to it, an incredibly rare little car, and it is very small, Honda Beat. It's quite funny when you think that, the Volvo, my Mini were all on sale at the same time, being H-Reg. But this is significantly more different. Key car, 660cc engine, does sound good. It did do a drive past before coming in here. It does sound very good indeed. Like the wheels, this one is basically in perfect condition. You can't get much better than this. It's even tiny sitting in there. I may have to ask the owner if I can have a sit in there in a little while. Tiny gear shifter. I love it. I do genuinely love this little tiny car. Toyota Paseo, or Paseo, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Apparently the owner of this has really not owned this car for all that long, and it was around the corner from where they live, so they bought it. However, it does have one quite common Paseo problem, and that is the badges come off the boot lid, because of course that's where the key slot is hidden for getting into the boot. Because as you will see, no real button. It's just you put the key in, or I think there's a little tab just down on the driver's side, if I remember rightly. Yeah, lovely little cars these. I do admire them. I've been told they drive very well, because I actually haven't driven one yet. Must make a point of that. Abarth 500 with a black and gold theme, not too dissimilar to the John Player Special Lotus theme, I guess. But black and gold, it does work together extremely well. Got little surrounds for the fog lights. Chaining octopus blush. Oh, it's even got a matte black checkerboard pattern on the roof. Scorpionero. I don't think I've ever heard of that edition before. But they're part of BAD, Abarth South Coast. Of course, not just cars, we've got a selection of mini motos. Ooh, this one's for sale. In fact, some of them might well all be for sale. All these might be. £500, that's for a special price. Ooh, that's quite exciting. I like a mini moto. That's worth knowing for the future. Of course, another frequent attender of the Driven 24/7 socials, Tom has turned up in his Abarth, which I have driven. It's had quite a bit of work done to it since I drove it. I might have actually mentioned that last time. The wheels look good. It's had a different livery put on as well. While still Golf, it's a different style. And also, we go around here, little octopus. He's got a Mini 500, which is obviously very popular with the kids. And he's parked up next to another Italian car that's extremely iconic, shall we say, Lancia Delta Integrale. Obviously celebrating the fact that the Delta Integrale won many championships. I think it was actually 6, and the majority of them were on the trot as well, if not all of them. It's a massively impressive car. When it comes to rallying, Lancia are very hard to beat. This one's got different door mirrors though, because I'm guessing for aerodynamic reasons and also probably just for looks. These are carbon fibre ones, or they might just be wrapped. I don't know. I won't question it because it's a Delta. A Delta will never not be cool. Plus, look at that number plate. Suzuki Swift Sport. Good little cars these. Very much a rival to my Panda 100 HP. They are incredibly similar on performance. However, with the Swift, it's 3-door only, and I think it's a 1.6 litre engine there. Because obviously the Panda 100 HP is a 1.4, and it has 5 doors. That's one of the reasons why I chose the Panda over one of these, but I do have a lot of respect for Suzuki and the Swift Sport. Especially the newer one with a hybrid boost. That one is a bit special, should we say. I'm not going to pretend I know a lot about this particular car because I don't. All I know is it's a Honda Civic, JDM Civic, if the Instagram handle is anything to go by. But it's been braced in the rear of it. As you can see, rear seats taken out. So obviously there's a bit more power than standard underneath the bonnet, which we'll have a look at in a minute. Speakers in there, so obviously wants some luxury whilst driving. It's a very stripped out car, this one. Slammed as well. Bodged, not bought. Been to Castle Combe Action Day as well by the looks of it. And there is that beating heart. I'm not entirely sure that is standard, I will be honest. But I can respect a lot of the work that goes into these things because everybody who owns their car and really cares about it and wants to make their car different in any way, shape or form, yeah, I can respect the amount of time and effort put into cars, even if personally I don't really know a lot about this particular car. Obviously the Abarth 500s are in a large attendance here today, shall we say, because, well, Amber herself did own an Abarth 500 at one point, and she is very much intertwined with that car seat. This one's in lovely condition, 2019 reg, so it's not that old. Abarth mud flaps, that just makes me want to put mud flaps on the Panda even more, to be perfectly honest. Infotainment screen and everything. Oh, I like the little earphones. Those are nice. Boost gauge as well on the dashboard. Again, that will never not be fun. But behind that, I'm not actually sure whether these are parts of the social, whether they're just here because this is also a working garage. Morris Minor, 4-door, 1000cc. It's a little bit rusty and crusty in places, but I'm sure that's not beyond somebody's capability of repairing. I'm not talking about me here. But it's nice to see that a car like this is still, well, still going basically. Whilst it may not be going at the minute, it won't take much to get it started. It's an A-series, they're pretty bomb-proof. Meanwhile, absolutely dwarfing the Morris, next to it, a Bentley. Again, not a car I know a huge amount about, because it's not really the sort of car I'm into, I will be completely honest. But I can appreciate the craftsmanship put into it. Lots of lovely woodwork in there. Always even a little cushion. Light up, turbo engine. I bet this rides extremely smoothly. Bentley, along with obviously I guess direct rival Rolls-Royce, put a lot of time and effort into making their cars the most luxurious things they can possibly be. Certainly quite a bit different to the Morris Minor next to it, eh? In front of the Bentley and the Morris Minor, a car that's featured quite recently on Amber's channel, Honda Civic. Check out her video for more details on that, but as they're chatting I won't interrupt at the minute. It's quite nice. In fact, no, it's not quite nice, it's very nice. It's nice to see cars being modified and cared for. VW Camper as well, more original one. Although it isn't a split screen original. But it does look nice. I do like the colour on this one. It really helps it stand out. Plus, does it have a pop top? It looks like it does, yes. Pop top, so it lifts up and you have more standing room. I would love to have one of these one day. Porsche Boxer S. Probably a little bit different from the other cars here today. But these cars are great fun. I think they're mid-engined, rear-wheel drive, and of course because it's a Porsche you get Porsche reliability. What's not to like? And of course, that badge. You can go around saying to everybody, I've got a Porsche. Fiesta ST. It's nice being modified a little bit, but it's quite a nice level of modification. Still got a new car smell interior, despite the fact that this car is not amongst the newer Fiesta, shall we say, and it has got a personalised plate, so I can't check the age of it. But it's had a rear wiper delete as well. Next to it, the previous generation ST, the Mark V, I think this one is. I want to say that anyway. The old wheels have been lowered a little bit. Probably quite a different driving experience between the two. If memory serves correctly, this has got a 2 litre and this one's a 1.6 turbo. So, as I say, quite a different driving experience between the two of them. And now we get to a very, very interesting part of, well, all the cars here, I guess. TVR Griffith. Lovely work underneath the bonnet there. Oh, those seatbelts look familiar. They look very similar to the ones I have in the Mini. This shares rear lights with something, but I can't remember exactly what. But it's a Griffith 500. Quite a rare little car now. And the way you press those buttons down to open it up. What a workaround. I do like the Griffith. I don't know when we're actually going to see the new Griffith, shall we say. Because there is supposedly going to be a new one. It's just when. Nobody knows at this point. Anyway, an extremely rare car here in the UK. It's an Opel GT Roadster, also sold in America as the, oh, I need to remember this one, Saturn Sky and the Pontiac Solstice. Obviously sold here in Europe as the Opel GT Roadster, but it was only ever sold in left-hand drive because where they were built in America they didn't have the facilities to make a right-hand drive. And really the only difference between the American Pontiacs and Saturns is that, the grille, that little grille area. That is the only difference, basically. These are also sold in Korea as the GM Daewoo G2X or something like that. But yeah, an incredibly rare car here, and it was also basically a replacement for the Opel Speedster, which we got here in the UK as the Vauxhall VX220 or 220R if you had turbo and things like that. But yeah, a very American style car, sold under a European brand. You can tell it looks very American, certainly very big as well, but I do like that. It's something just very, very different. Fiesta, I want to say it's a Mark IV, well it is a Mark IV because it's got the oval grille. So the Mark V is very similar to this, only different style of grille. Anyway, just have a quick look around it. It's been a while since I've seen one of these. These are getting incredibly rare now. Just because it's a Ford about here, unfortunately, a lot of them tend to rust away. Another Fiat 500. Again, as I said already, Driven 24/7 and Fiat 500s quite well intertwined. Ooh, it looks like it's got an air ride kit as well, so that will explain why it is so low on the ground. We have a follower of the channel, Macaulay. He's brought down his Toyota Corolla T-Sport as well. Toyota Sport, very, very rare car in the UK. That's something I have noticed is a bit of a theme here. There's a lot of rare cars. It's quite nice to see them all come out today, to be perfectly honest. Meanwhile, SRL Photography, usually seen down in the Bournemouth and Poole area, but no, he's come up today in his Ford Performance Puma. It's been Mount tuned, which is quite nice. The green colour on it is very, very striking, really stands out. And I think this is based on the same platform as the Fiesta, to be perfectly honest. And obviously, as of now in 2023, the Fiesta is either about to go off sale or it already has done. I need to double check that fact. And supposedly next year the Focus is also going, so essentially this is kind of the only smaller car, shall we say, of Ford's range that you'll be able to buy before too much longer. It's quite weird because it's still quite a large car. But we'll just go and have a quick look around the back. Contrasting black mirror caps. Go and follow him on Instagram. Very, very talented photographer. Lovely spoiler as well. Next up, Porsche Cayenne, 60 plate, so 2010. Shares a lot of components with various other Audi and Volkswagen Group cars. I think it's the same as the Touareg and Audi, I don't know what, Q something or other. But obviously Porsche will have a bit more power, a bit more speed, a bit more, I guess, of that Porsche prestige. Very nice car. These, actually, first generation versions of these are pretty cheap now, to be perfectly honest, considering what they are. Obviously everything is relative. Anyway, on to the final few cars here. Fiesta Zetec S, 1.6 litre, not an ST, but it was the fastest Fiesta you could get at the time of this particular generation, that being the Mark V. As you can see, a little bit of difference in the grille compared to the Mark IV over there. The 1.6 in this could also be found in the Ford Puma, which of course pretty much exactly the same car underneath, minus obviously some suspension tweaks. I'm not quite sure why Ford didn't make this as an ST. I don't think they'd quite launched the ST brand, as it were, at that point. But yeah, last time I saw this car would have been at Amber's previous social at Revo's Hub, and I didn't actually realise at the time that this car was owned by her boyfriend Martin, or fiance even. So it's quite nice to see that this is in that family, but also next to it, this Honda logo. When was the last time you saw one of these? When was the last time you saw two of them? So these were only sold for just over a year. I think it was about a year and 3 months or so, something like that. So yeah, a really very rare car, and I don't think initially they were intended to sell over in the UK. They are basically a very much smaller and more basic Honda Civic. They have a 1.3, so I think it's the same engine that the Civic has got, but a smaller capacity. But yeah, you can kind of tell it wasn't built for the UK market because of the placement of the rear light, or fog light that is. Anyway, big exhaust, this thing sounds loud, chunky wheels. I do like the logo. I wonder if Amber will let me have a drive of this one just for a review at some point. That'd be quite nice. Yeah, you can see a little bit of a difference between the two of these, so I would guess that that one is slightly earlier, given it's got black bumpers and that one's got body colour ones. That's where it's a very slight difference in trim. Oh, hello, what's this going past? Must not get distracted. Yeah, Honda logo, VTEC engine as well, so plenty of revs for days with these. But yes, this is the Driven 24/7 social at the Clearway garage, near to Salisbury, and near to Figsbury Ring as well, if you know the local area for that. But yeah, these are the cars here. So hopefully you have enjoyed this particular walk around. Thank you for watching. If you have done, don't forget to leave a like as it helps me out. Comment down below, let me know which is your favourite car in amongst all these. I think I know what my favourite thing was. Let me know what you think my favourite was down the comments below. Anyway, I've been Jake, thanks for watching Fuel Power, see you in the next video. Until then, farewell.